Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Hey, testing. Everybody hear me okay? Hear me loud and clear? Can you see me? Hey, Cartersville. Hey, guys. Cartersville is with us. We're broadcasting to the Cartersville classroom. We've also tonight, our challenge finished up. We've got a class as promised for tonight. So we're also broadcasting to our members only group. So we've got about 50 of those folks coming in and another 12 got 50 in Zoom, 12 on Facebook. Good to have everybody. Good to connect with you. Hope you've had a good week. We got a great lesson. I think it's a great lesson. I think it's a simple lesson. I think it's one of the more important lessons that I've taught. People tend to get really good results from this lesson. Amazing results, actually, because it's so simple. It's just simple. We call it gut be gone, butt be gone. So those of you watching, if you've got pen and paper, pencil and paper, be a good class to take some notes about, because you could take this information literally and lose as much weight as you want to lose. You can lose it fast too, and you can lose it more healthfully than one might think, for sure, because this is good information. We're going to talk about amino acids. I call amino acids gut be gone, butt be gone. But I'm going to simplify it for you, and you can literally walk out of here with a meal plan. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Cartersville. Good to see you, Patricia. Good to see y'all in the classroom. Millie, hey, everybody. We've got Rhonda, Kathy. We got folks coming in left and right. So good to have everybody. Hey, Missy Shaboleth is with us. Missy got a Rimpo app going. Awesome. Tammy Pritchett. Hey, Sonia. Hey, everybody. After this class, I won't be long-winded tonight. I won't hold you over because I got a class to go to right after this one. Tracy says, I fell off the planet, diagnosed with the start of CHF, and can still change it by using food. I need to change it. You certainly can. You certainly can. I think this is going to be a good class, really good class. So I'm going to assume as we get into this information, so I don't have to go over the bulletproof shield again. Of course, that's always the most important part, the bulletproof shield. Oh, I forgot the even more important part. How many of you lost some weight? Brooklyn, anybody in there lose weight? Folks, you that's online, make sure you tell us how much you've lost too, so we can celebrate that. What about your classroom, Brooke?
She stepped up.
I'm down 1.6 this week.
Awesome job. Good job. Good job. How the rest of y'all doing?
I traveled 5 days, had one hollow meal, and gained only 0.8. So for me, that was progress.
Hey, we'll take it. That's good. That's good. Anybody else in the classroom?
I lost 0.2.
Okay. Good deal.
Kind of disappointing because I didn't have any hollow meals, and I, ate the same as I did the week before, and I lost 6 pounds. So I don't know what.
I can tell you. I can tell you what happens. Your body's a sponge. And of course, I don't know how much you're trying to lose. I'm looking at you from my vantage point here on the screen. Doesn't look like you have lots and lots of weight to lose. The closer you get to goal, the slower the fat loss is going to seem to be coming off. When you say I lost 6 last week, done the same thing this week and lost point whatever, you got to remember your body's a sponge. And your body, the fluctuation of water, we talk about it every week, so let me give you reassurance again. The fluctuation of water and glycogen is going to be rapid. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. You're a sponge. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It has a ceiling. It has a ceiling. It can't go up to a certain point on its own, the amount of water and sugar you're retaining. It's got a ceiling. It's got a cap. and then it'll go down. You'll get depleted. You'll deplete your body of water and sugar. It'll go down. It'll go back up, and it's going to be, depending on your size, anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds of weight room to wiggle. Like your weight can fluctuate up 10, 15 pounds. Your weight can fluctuate down 10 to 15 pounds, depending on how big your frame is. Now, fat loss is coming off slow. You've got to work and operate in a calorie deficit. There's 3,500 calories stored in 1 pound of fat. So if each day your body burns 1,500 calories to maintain itself, but you take in 1,000, you're in a 500 calorie deficit. That means it's going to take 7 days to burn 1 pound of fat. So for you to see that fat loss, if you had 1 to 2 pounds of fat loss in a week, your water and sugar can't be fluctuating more than 2 pounds. You can retain a gallon of water, and that's more than 8 pounds. So sticking with it like you've been doing, where you're going to have a week where you lose 6, you gain 1, you lose 2, you gain 4, and then you lose 6 more. It's going to always be that way. If you're journaling, I'm talking to everybody, if you're journaling, you're going to see that with your chart. How many of you journal and see that with your weight chart? Your weight chart doesn't, if you've been successful with weight loss, your weight chart does not look like that. It does not. It looks like this. You start and you go down and you go up. You go down, you go up. You go down, you go up. But consistency will yield the same result. You just got to stick with it, friend. Got to stick with it. This is where, for everybody, when you get discouraged after I did my best and I lost 6, and this week I did my best, I lost 0.2. This is where we get down to the nitty gritty. This is what separates folks that have separates the folks that have lasting results from the folks that just yo-yo diet. It's gut check time. If you looked at my weight chart, mine was just like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, but I stayed consistent and eventually hit that goal. If you have the Rimpo app, anybody here's got the Rimpo app and you're a friend of mine, you see my weight every day, and my weight fluctuates up and down, up and down, up and down. So I hope you'll stay encouraged. Welcome, everybody. We got more people coming in. We got about 110 people watching, a few people in our Cartersville classroom. By the way, I guess it bears noting that any group that has this set up anywhere, if y'all like to gather together like the Cartersville group's doing right now, we can broadcast to your group just like this. So that's a lot of fun when we get the opportunity to do that. We broadcast into companies sometime. It's a lot of fun to do. All right, I'm going to get started with this gut be gone, butt be gone list. Had a lot of people posting their weight loss online too. Rhonda Griffin, 32 pounds since February. Kathy Edwards, 2-year maintenance, 110 pounds lost. Stacy, 25 pounds. Julie, 15 pounds. Frida, 25 pounds. Charles, 105 pounds. Listen to this, y'all. Cindy Cantrell, 178 pounds down. That's awesome, isn't it, y'all? Devin, 7 pounds since Monday. Melissa Wells, 50 pounds. Awesome. Rhonda, 45 pounds. Good job, everybody. Terrific, terrific job. All right, let's get to teaching. Now, I'm not going to go over the Bulletproof Shield. If you're new, don't let this confuse you tonight. Just go back and watch those daily doses, take the test, pass the test, earn the badge. Learn what makes this a lifestyle and not a diet. It's those rules that we live by. It's that perfect day holiday terminology. Without that, we don't have a lifestyle. There's as many, hey, Kim Edison's down 93, y'all. Rhonda Pack down 21. It's still coming in. Good job, y'all. Good job. If I missed anybody, it wasn't intentional. Good deal. All right. There's as many ways to lose weight. We got another 130 pounds. It's just bless the name of the Lord. 130 pounds down, y'all. Tammy Pritchett. Good job. All right. There's as many ways to lose weight as there are that people can find to lose weight. We've all lost weight. We've lost weight not even using this program. I lost weight with Quick Weight Loss Center. Has anybody ever done that? I paid a lot of money for that. Like it was over $800. Quick Weight Loss Center, Weight Watchers, lost weight with that. Atkins, lost weight with that. You can find a ton of things that you can lose weight with. Some of you probably lost it with Nutrisystem, Jenny Craig, whatever it is. The problem was I always gained it back. You can gain it back with this. So what we're looking for is a lifestyle that we can live with. But here's a challenge that I find regarding Shibboleth, and I know some of y'all have found it challenging. It is the thing that will keep us in it forever. If we ever stick with it long enough to get lasting results, we'll always come back to it because there's so much variety. But I find that many of our people find it frustrating that there's so much variety. There's so many members talking about what to do that might have progressed further than a new person. Then you have somebody that lost weight, understood it, gained all their weight back, and then when they come back, it never feels new to them again. So they struggle finding newness with it and in it again. So Shibboleth can be a terrible diet. First three letters of the word diet spelled die. Anything we start with, don't stay with forever is a waste of our time. Cartersville. A group began in Cartersville and promised 3 weeks, and there's what, 4 or 5 of y'all remaining? Is that right?
That's right.
It's the nature of it. People come, people go, life gets in the way, find reasons, find excuses, whatever it is. So you're still here. So you're trying not to look at it like it's some short-term diet, because if you treat it like a diet and you go do what you used to do, all the results that you worked so hard for, they're gone. And you're going to find yourself having to start over and over and over again, wasting time, and time is precious. Find you a lifestyle, one that you can live with. But that variety gets people in trouble. The advice of friends who are doing the program or not doing the program gets you in trouble. Then you learn the program, you get some mojo, you go see a trainer, and the trainer says, well, you can do that, but do this too. And then you start trying to merge 2 programs together, and now you got a real mess on your hand. So we've got those rules that we live by. But what I'm going to do tonight is, with a lesson, I'm going to talk about amino acids, gut be gone, butt be gone. With a lesson on amino acids, I'm also going to teach you how to pull your program out of this that you can do for 3 days and drop up to 10 pounds. People don't believe me. You could absolutely in 10 days lose 10 pounds or more easily, but you could even lose up to 10 in 3. The reason I'm bringing this up, if you struggled getting back on the bandwagon, this is a great time to start back. Maybe you want to wait till after the holiday that's coming up, but this is a good place to start back over. Even if you know about all the variety that you can have, it's a good place to pull yourself back. Say, I'm going to forget all that I know for a while, and I'm just going to focus on these few foods that we talked about that are gut be gone, butt be gone. Now, when I start this lesson, those of you that are not meat eaters, don't tune me off, okay? Don't tune me out just because you're not into meat. We're going to get away from meat as we get into the lesson, but we're going to start talking about meat. First of all, amino acids, gut be gone, butt be gone, they are very important. They are the building blocks of all living tissue in your body. A lot of people think that we're talking about muscle only here. We're not. We're talking about all living and lean tissue require non-essential and essential amino acids. Amino acids fuel you perhaps more than anything else, because they fuel your cells. You can't survive without essential amino acids. Your body, and what do I mean? Non-essential amino acids are amino acids that your body can make and produce on its own. Essential amino acids are amino acids that your body must get from consumption, because your body cannot manufacture these essential amino acids by itself. So your body's got to have them, not just your muscle, but for your bones to be strong, for your bones to grow, for your bones to be strong. That your bones are fed by amino acids. Your organs, your liver, which is responsible for efficiently burning fat, is fed by amino acids. Your digestive systems, is fed by amino acids. Your muscle is fed by amino acids. Your heart is fed by amino acids. Never has there been a time when people consume so few amino acids. It's really sad. Your body is starving, I should say, for fresh consumption daily of non-essential and essential amino acids. Study after study after study has shown that some dread diseases have been cured just by making sure that one ups their consumption of essential amino acids. I call them butt be gone, gut be gone, because they also help you preserve muscle. Why do we need to preserve muscle? Anybody know? Why is it so important when we're dieting not to lose a lot of muscle? Anybody know?
Energy.
I'm sorry, barely here.
Energy.
Energy, but also y'all have heard BMR, baseline metabolic rate. That's the calories you burn at rest. The calories that you burn at rest, that number that we come up with, that's baseline metabolic rate, comes from the amount of muscle that you hold on your frame. Fat is just jiggly and itchy. It ain't burning no calories. Muscle and lean living tissue burns calories. So when we're dieting, we don't want to lose any muscle. We're going to, but we want to maintain as much as we can. Fat. 1 pound of fat has 3,500 calories. 1 pound of muscle contains 600 calories. If you're not getting in enough amino acids, your body shifts and burns muscle as an energy source, and you can lose it fast because there's only 600 calories stored in a pound of muscle. You never want to turn your metabolism into a muscle-burning metabolism. Consuming enough essential, non-essential amino acids puts a bulwark up, a fence up, if you will, so your body really struggles at burning muscle or lean tissue. We want our bodies to burn that fat. So there are foods that contain all of the essential and non-essential amino acids. So doesn't it make sense if I'm focused just on building a meal plan for 3 days or 10 days, if I'm focused on building a tasty meal plan just based on the foods that contain all of the essential and non-essential amino acids, that, man, I'm going to blowtorch fat off my body, and I'm going to have tons of energy, and I'm going to feel so much better. Doesn't that make sense? When we're consuming a lot of foods that have just a few amino acids, not all the essential and non-essential amino acids, we're not supercharging our body to be successful and to burn fat. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to put up on the board just the foods, with a couple of exceptions, just the foods that contain all of the essential and non-essential amino acids. And we're going to start with meat. Meat, if you're vegan and vegetarian, don't let me lose you. We're going to get there, and we're going to help you too. But meat, we're talking wild game. We're talking red meat, livestock. We're talking fish. We're talking poultry. We're talking meat. Now, if you're a phase 1 person, this might confuse you because I'm not going to categorize the foods like I usually do. I'm going to simplify some stuff for everybody. So let's just talk meat. When you're thinking about the categories, Category 1 has meat, some meat in it. Category 4 has some meat in it. Category 7 has some meat in it. Let's list some. Name some of your favorite. Chicken, we're going to say chicken breast.
Egg whites.
We're going to say dark meat chicken. Egg white's not a meat. We'll get to that.
Pork tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin. Shrimp.
Scallops.
scallops,
Steak.
steak of any cut, venison. We've got 96% lean ground meat, 93% lean ground meat. Anything less than that, we don't want to be consuming. Crab, lobster, brisket, ham, lean ham. Now, when I put these on the board, let's qualify something. I'm talking 50% calories from fat or less. I'm not talking about just straight up fatty bacon, okay? I'm going to go on and put the hot dog on here, but keep in mind when we talk ground meat and hot dogs processed. So I can't attest to a hot dog. Let's leave that off. Let's be true to the lesson tonight. Hot dogs are processed. I doubt they have all the essential and non-essential amino acids. Certainly, you know how that works on the regular program. It's going to be fine, but I want to stay true to this lesson. You got ham. Not your fault. I'm just making an executive decision here. Salmon. Tilapia. Flounder. Any fish come from the freshwater or saltwater. Halibut, London broil, top round. Did I put turkey breast? Turkey breast. Did I miss any? Turkeys, the dark meat part of turkey. Dark meat from poultry. And eggs is not a meat, but we are going to get to that. I believe that's Nancy. We are going to get to that. Clams. Chicken breast, dark meat, pork tenderloin, shrimp, scallop, steak of any type, venison, 96% lean ground meat, 93% lean ground meat, crab, lobster, brisket, ham, salmon, tilapia, flounder, fish of any type, London broil, turkey breast, dark meat, clams, even chicken wings. All right? So we just come up with a lot of meat. Any meat that you can think of that's not like a processed hot dog and is not more fatty than 93% lean ground meat, we can put up here as a meat. Now, all of these meats, some of them are more fatty than others. Let's do that. Chicken breast is lean. Dark meat is fatty. Pork tenderloin, some pork tenderloin's lean, some pork's going to be fatty. Got to be careful there. Steak's going to be fatty. 93% lean ground meat is fatty. Got to be a little more careful with them. Brisket's pretty lean, but some can be fatty. Salmon, tilapia, flounder, fish, London broil, dark meat can be fatty. Chicken wings can be fatty. That means more calories. That means more saturated fat. The fattier the meat, the less the fattier the meat, the less good it is for your weight loss and wellness program. However, the way I'm putting stuff on the board tonight, y'all are about to create some amazing perfect pairings. All of these meats have all of the essential and non-essential amino acids. If you don't overeat these, listen, they're hard to digest. You get a lot of blood flow to the digestive system. You burn a lot of calories just from eating these because of that digestive process. But if you eat too much, they cause a heaviness. So you're not going to feel the energy that you get from the amino acids from these if you eat too much and feel a heaviness. So we still got a portion control. Is everybody with me there? When I'm saying portion control, depending on what you like, some people don't want to overeat meat. Some people want to eat up to the limit. Give me 2 to 8 ounces. That's a broad range. So ladies, 2 to 6 ounces, guys, 4 to 8 ounces. The fatty meats that I listed up here, they're going to give you a great level of appetite control too. Y'all know I'm right. When you eat a steak, you're satisfied, right? We just don't want to overeat it. And you know what they used to feed us before football? I don't know what they do now, but before the games on Friday night, steak, them amino acids. Man, I don't know if they knew what they were doing, but them amino acids, man, if you don't overeat it, it just fuels you. Okay? These meats have all the building blocks of health and wellness. We can't exist without the essential and non-essential amino acids that these provide. Now, the ones that are already fatty, they don't need any fat cooked into them. They don't need MCT oil cooked into them. They don't need coconut oil cooked into them. They don't need ghee butter cooked into them. That sets you back a little bit. It's not wrong to do, but it sets you back a little bit. The lean meats, your shellfish, your chicken breast, we can make it even better for us by infusing some MCT oil, ghee butter, or coconut oil into them. They'll even have more of a muscle sparing effect. Is everybody good with that so far? So if we're going to cook any fats into these, it needs to be MCT, coconut, or ghee, or nothing, okay? The ones that are fatty, again, I've already mentioned this, but I want to go back to it. They have a lot of saturated fats in them. If you slip up and you consume them with any carbohydrate or anything else I'm putting up here on the board, your cholesterol levels are going to, your bad cholesterol levels are going to increase if you're doing that frequently. You should never eat carbohydrate with a fatty meat. If I take chicken breast and I'm eating out and the chicken breast was cooked and prepared in olive oil, now I have to treat that lean meat like it's a fatty meat. Is everybody aware of that? Okay, so perfect. Now, we've got some foods that aren't meat yet. One of them's not meat yet, but it also has all of the essential and non-essential amino acids in it, and somebody's already referenced it. Can you guess what it is?
Egg whites and eggs.
A whole egg.
A whole egg, yeah.
Yep, whole egg. So eggs, they're not in the meat category, but they are just as energy producing, muscle preserving as any of these meats are. Eggs are, if you ask me, eggs are one of the 2 healthiest foods on planet Earth. So eggs. Of course, you got the yolk, you've got that fat in there, but I think when your body has to have fat, that egg has got the right kinds of fat. That egg white's got all the amino acids you need. A whole egg, super duper, super duper. Okay, nothing healthier than an egg. Egg whites are great. A whole egg's healthier for you. Egg white's better for weight loss. A whole egg better for long-term wellness. Okay, so we've listed our meats. We've got our eggs. Now there is another food that contains 20 of the non-essential and essential amino acids, and even has 2 others that are almost essential amino acids, and certainly has all of the non-essential amino acids. Does anybody know what that is? I talk about it all the time, and I think it's one of the 2 healthiest foods on the planet. If it was the zombie apocalypse, I want some eggs and I want this product.
Hemp heart.
That's it. Hemp. That's right, sis. That's right. Hemp hearts, hemp flakes. So I've got eggs and hemp now. I've got these meats. I've got MCT oil, coconut oil, ghee, eggs, and hemp. Now, before you leave, I'm about to get to really important stuff, good stuff. So, but I've got to hit this part first, and I usually make some people mad that's vegans and vegetarians when I say this. if you'll take a portion plate, as simple as this sounds, and you'll pick a meat or an egg or eggs, and you will add hemp hearts or hemp flakes. Patricia knows this because of how I've challenged her before.
That's right.
You're getting nothing but, listen, forget the food. You're getting nothing but essential and non-essential amino acids. Every calorie, every single calorie has got one job: preserve muscle, and if you're in a calorie deficit, help you burn fat and neutralize the fat bus. Can y'all hear me? Some people saying they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, it must be on their end. So I know it's not how we want to live. We want taters. We got that. We want corn. We got that. We got all that. We know how to do it. But if I'm trying to get started again, or I'm a brand new person trying to make sense of all this, can you for 3 to 10 days stick to meat and hemp? Listen, what's the difference between hemp and meat? Meat don't have any fiber. Meat doesn't have any fiber. Meat doesn't have any good carbohydrate. Guess what? Hemp is full of it. It's absolutely full of it. Now you got your hemp hearts, your hemp flakes, your very sweet hemp flakes, and you got your meat in here or your eggs in here, and just put the hemp on there, about 3 tablespoons with any selection here. You got blowtorch in a bowl, you're going to feel good. You got the fiber helping process the meat. It's terrific. You got a 3-day plan where you can get momentum and then get back to the big program, all the variety that you can have. But I'm not through. I'm not through. So now, when we look at all the other foods on the planet that are approved, what about all the vegan and vegetarian options? Here's the thing about pinto beans, black beans, red beans. Here's the thing about nuts and seeds. They do not contain all of the essential and non-essential amino acids. But they're much better for you than all the other things that I didn't just speak of. So if I put those on the board, pintos, black beans, red beans, peas, like green peas, Crowder peas, black eye peas,
Oh,
pintos, and then I got to add nuts and seeds. All nuts and all seeds. This group has a lot of amino acids in them. They have a lot of fiber in them. They have some of the most absorbable protein known to man in them. So I could make a program just out of this, because now I know that I can have a meat and I can have hemp, I can have eggs and I can have hemp, and I got blowtorch in a bowl. Every calorie, the amino acids that my body needs is represented. Lima beans, that's right, Nicole. Lima beans. If y'all think of more, we'll put them on the board. Lima beans. So look at what I've just done here. Now you can have a meat. Half your portion control plate is your meat, your 2 to 8 ounces, depending on your size. You can cook the lean meats in one of the approved fats. You can grill the fatty meats. So I've got a meat, and I can use a couple of tablespoons of hemp if I want it. And then I can add a serving of pintos, black beans, red beans, peas, green peas, Crowder peas, black eye peas, nuts, seeds, limas, depending on what you like. And if you did that without grazing between meals, portion controlled it, I'm telling you, in 10 days, not only will you drop 10 pounds, you'll feel incredible, because your body is so depleted. You're just not getting, in the food supply that we buy from the grocery store, all that processed and packaged stuff, you're consuming calories. Sometimes it's approved and the macronutrients are put together right to neutralize the bus, but you're not getting all of your essential amino acids. Every calorie isn't just jacked up with gut be gone, butt be gone. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have to control your calories. You still have to control your calories. But you do that with your portion control plate, or you lay it on a plate. You put it on a small plate, got my steak. Now, your steak can't be hanging off like that now. That ain't what we're talking about. You got your steak, your piece of steak. I got me some pinto beans, got me some hemp, or I pull the hemp out and just put more pinto beans there, whatever you want to do. But if you'll do that, can you think of meals that you would enjoy doing? I can think of meals I could enjoy. I can think of a lot of meals that it'd look odd on my plate. People would ask me what it is, but codfish. I have codfish all the time with 2 to 3 tablespoons of hemp flakes after I've cooked the codfish in MCT oil, and then now I could add me some lima beans. I could do the same thing, and I could add me some green peas or some Crowder peas. I could have chicken breast and pintos, chicken breast and some 2 different kind of peas if I wanted them. I could have my chicken breast with some hemp flakes on top and then have me a handful of nuts and seeds right after that meal. There's all kind of ways that you can come up with and create a 3-day meal plan where you could easily lose 10 pounds. Green beans don't have very many amino acids in them. Green beans are good for you, but as you know, green beans are category 2. So if we were talking about just shibboleth in general, absolutely you could have green beans. But if you were trying to define a program for yourself for 3 days that would supercharge your results, look no further. You won't even need the green beans because you're getting all the fiber from the nuts, seeds, the beans, the hemp. You're getting plenty of fiber there. Sorry, I got a catch there in my neck.
Travis,
Yes, ma'am.
on the beans, what portion size? Hemp, I know the hemp is 2 to 3 tablespoons, but how much on the beans?
If you're gonna have a meat and hemp and beans, I'd do a 1/4 cup of beans.
Okay.
If you're just gonna do a meat and beans, I'd do a 1/2 cup of beans. Hemp hearts are great. Rosemary, hemp hearts would be fine. I mean, there's always good, better, best. If somebody could do it, Patricia and I has done it together.
Yep.
If you could have a piece of fish with just hemp flakes on top, like if anybody follows Instagram, I posted my breakfast the other day and it was 2 scrambled eggs and 3 tablespoons of very sweet hemp flakes. It's one of my favorite meals. I can eat that meal for dinner. I love it so much. And I feel so good when I eat that. But now that's best, the meat or the eggs with the hemp. But it's still good you got to tear down because these don't have all the essential, non-essential amino acids, but they're still very close. So I'm just saying I would dial back on my portion of these nuts, seed, legumes. I would dial back on my portion of those if I was having hemp. If I wasn't having hemp, I'd dial up on my portion of pinto beans, peas, nuts, and seeds. I eat, Debbie's asking how many times I eat a day. 4 days a week, I eat roughly 2 meals a day. So I eat 2 up to 3 meals a day. I try to stick with 2 meals a day. I just feel better. I try to eat at 12 and 6 or thereabout. Tracy says, now I'm feeling better and can jump back in full force. It's game on now. Make it a game. That's what's fun about 3 days. You can do anything for 3 days, and it might just be the thing that gives you great momentum. Here's the way to do it. Don't even worry about what I just said. Here's the way to do it. You may not do it optimally, but if you just wrote these down, went and grocery shopped for them, the ones you like, you just checked off the ones you like, nothing else, and that's what you live off for 3 days, and make sure you portion control it 2 to 3 times a day. It's not just that it's low calories. I know it's lower calories. I know you'll lose weight, but it's the type of weight you're going to lose. You're going to lose body fat. There's one more thing that I've got that's a surprise that I can put on the board. You can also have this as a meal. You might be shocked. but it has all of the essential and non-essential amino acids. It's the best on the market. It's called Beverly. Beverly UMP. No bloat. That, by the way, same thing. Another good thing about hemp, no bloat, no digestive issues, the world's perfect food. So those of you that are in a hurry, and let's say that you had a Beverly UMP shake for breakfast, nothing but amino acids, no bloat, no upset tummy. You just put this Beverly UMP in some Egg Whites International or in water, a couple of ice cubes for breakfast. Do it again for lunch. Have a dinner that come from this here that we just talked about. Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm talking about the type of fat loss that in 30 days, if you really stuck to it, in 30 days, people would swear that you're on something, that you're going to some doctor and they're giving you some weight loss medicine or drug shot. I promise, I'm not making this up.
You get rid of all the bloat in the water. So
I'm sorry now.
you would get rid of all the bloat, which would make a huge difference in the way you look.
Yes, the fiber that's in these foods is, you got insoluble fibers, soluble fibers. I just put on the board the world's perfect foods and put on the board the world's perfect supplement. There is no better than Beverly UMP. Go do your own research. But you're talking about, there's so many meal scenarios here that I could do. I think that what I'll do, since y'all registered, I think I'll do a great meal idea plan just out of this for y'all and send it to you next week so you can do it after July the 4th.
Send it to the Cartersville people too.
Oh, of course. I sure will. But I don't want y'all to wait. We keep putting off. We keep, we all do it. Well, we got July 4th. After that, I'll get started. My gosh, when's the right time to do the right thing? Right now. Right now. Well, don't delay. Don't wait. Do it now. Take July the 4th off, but don't take all next week off. Man, this stuff's important, right? All right, so let me see what we got over here.
Travis, is this recorded?
It is recorded. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think this is one, everybody watching on Facebook, we got 40 people on Facebook, 115 in Zoom. We got 6 or 7 there in Cartersville. I think this is one of the most important lessons I've ever taught, simply because it makes meal planning simple. This is not a way, hey y'all, this is a way to jumpstart things, to get momentum. It's not a way to live. Well, Travis, you just said these are the healthiest foods on the planet. Y'all know that what I'm about to say, y'all are going to know it's true. You could absolutely live off these foods and maintain a very svelte waistline, extend your lifeline, but because of the culture we live in, we'd be miserable. If this was the only foods on the planet and there was no others that you could see, taste, touch, you'd be satisfied. But we have all this variety, and we want to make sure you can have that variety: sweet potatoes, tomatoes, some Captain Crunch cereal with the right milk. We want you to be able to do that. And that's why we teach all these combinations and such. But sometimes it's just about getting back to the basics and getting going, getting some momentum. And then once you are maintaining your weight, you get all this variety. I mean, variety is the spice of life. I never want to take variety away. But what we need to do is get there, get to our goal, and then maintain it. This is exciting. Let me see. Somebody said, what about Captain Crunch? Well, Captain Crunch, you can have if you perfectly pair it with Kroger Carb Master Milk or Fat-Free Fairlife Milk. But now it's like a 0 on the weight loss meter. Do y'all remember what that means?
That means it doesn't hurt you, but it doesn't help you.
Very good, Patricia. Beverly is the name of the brand, Troy, and UMP stands for Ultimate Muscle Provider. How many whole eggs in a serving? 2 to 3. Is there somewhere other to purchase Beverly than ordering it online from Shibboleth? Yes, you can order it through Amazon. What flavor of Beverly is the best? Flavor profile is in the taste buds of the beholder. So I like vanilla. I've heard Rocky Road's good. If anybody else wants to jump in, I'm a vanilla. I love vanilla. Okay, so we're getting those questions like, can you use Bio Coffee with Beverly? You can do that. Again, some of y'all will take what I showed you tonight, and with your knowledge, you'll begin to go forward with that knowledge, and you'll say, okay, well, he said in past classes, Beverly with Bio Coffee is great, and it is. It just wasn't within every lesson that I teach. I have to have some like bowling ball gutters there, right? Okay, for what we taught tonight, I would advocate just sticking with this to keep it simple. Now, wink, wink, wink. If you want to have Bio Coffee with your UMP, it's not going to hurt you. But I just want to stay true to this amino acid lesson because Bio Coffee has very few amino acids. What is the portion for protein? Anywhere from 2 to 8 ounces. I prefer women stick 2 to 6, men 4 to 8. Hey, Joyce, how you doing? Somebody saying strawberry's the best flavor. Cookies and cream's the best flavor. Yeah, if you want to help us and you're going to buy it through Amazon, you can go to the food library and look up Beverly, and there's an Amazon link there. And when you buy there, we get like 5%. That helps us. Polly, I'm quite certain that Beverly has egg whites. I would have to go look at the container. I look at so many labels, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I would be certain, almost certain there's going to be some egg whites in there, but I don't know without going to look. But it also, if you can't have casein, if you can't have whey, those are in there too. There's several different proteins, but it's the most absorbable protein product's been tested over and over on the market.
So did you drink it just by itself, or did you add something to it?
There's all kind of things you can do with Beverly for the purpose of what we're teaching here. I was just advocating 1 to 2 scoops of Beverly in water, and then I put a couple of ice cubes and blend it. But yeah, there's all kind of things outside of this lesson you can do with it. For example, you can take 1 scoop of Beverly UMP and put it with 1 serving of Bio Coffee. You can take put it with 1 serving of the Healthwise hot chocolate. You can take it and put it with 1 serving of Cocoa Ringa. You can also take it and instead of using water, use Egg Whites International liquid egg whites for a supercharged shake. What is Bio Coffee? Bio Coffee is a terrific wheatgrass-based coffee with no caffeine that helps the body stay at the proper pH. It's a wellness product, and it helps with occasional constipation. Are the eggs raw? I don't use raw eggs unless I'm using Egg Whites International. You would need to do your own research to make sure yours are free of salmonella. If they double pasteurize it, it should be, but you need to check with that. The only one I'll put my name on, because I don't want nobody getting sick on my account, is Egg Whites International. I know the people that own the company. They're a great company. Egg Whites International. Liquid egg whites are what I use as a base in my shake. Yes, Bio Coffee helps with regularity. Can we substitute the Chocolate protein powder for Beverly? You can. It's a good one. It's not nearly as good as Beverly. But it is a good one. Beverly is not a drink per se. Beverly is a protein powder that has all the essential, non-essential amino acids. I use it as a meal replacement. it says on the thing, this is not a meal replacement. In other words, they don't want you living off of it. I use it like a meal replacement because it's still got calories in it. Can beans be from the can or frozen? Here's your rules. Anything is best fresh. Second best is frozen. Third best is in the can. Tracy, that's what I was after tonight. Tracy says, I'm just going to use what's on the board. Because what it is, you got a lot of people, they know you know all that other stuff we teach, right? But again, even myself, I know in the middle of a day, if I've chose, let me give you an example. If I choose a wow challenge, I know in the middle of the day what I can replace for something I don't want. But the point was I chose that wow challenge. And I'm going to prove to myself that I can stick to it, even though I know of things that are equally as good. But I decided to do this, I'm going to stick to it. I believe in that. So if you're going to do this as a challenge and not some, and not now add other things to it and turn it right back into the main Shibboleth program, this is a good challenge for you to do and build self-discipline. Dry beans like pintos, yes, is what we're talking about here. Pinto beans, red beans, black beans. Sometimes we have to forget what we know to make things new again. Yes, can you season the meats? Absolutely, you can season the meats with any 0-calorie seasoning, spice. It's a great challenge. Dee says, I'm sticking to the board. Dr. Cindy, UMP stands for Ultimate Muscle Provider. Look at it like this here, because it's a bodybuilding product that we're using different than they tell you to use. It's not going to hurt you. It's just protein. For our purpose, it's the Ultimate Muscle Preserver. Let's look at it that way. The Ultimate Muscle Preserver. Will we still see weight loss? Yes, as we mentioned, if you stick to it exactly as I say. Exactly as I say. Not a little of your idea, a little of my idea. If you do exactly what I just went through and went over, you'll lose, some of you will lose 10 pounds in 3 days. Some of you, it'll take you 10 days to lose it, but you will if you do exactly what I say.
Travis,
Yes, ma'am.
when I did the tilapia and the hemp seeds, because we didn't have flakes then for 3 days, 3 times a day, I was close to goal and still lost 4 pounds in 3 days.
Yep. And Patricia, what weight was you then, if you recall?
I was close to goal. At that time, my goal weight was like 132, and I was getting, that's not my goal weight now, but that's what it was then. And I was
So-
very close to better now.
Yes. Patricia, this is not new to me. When Patricia was close to goal, you're talking about 130 something pounds. And you know weight loss slows down. She could not get to goal because she had a narrow margin every day. She really had to aim small to really hit that goal. Aim small, miss small kind of thinking. So she just couldn't get there because she was so close to goal. So she went to the meat plus the hemp hearts, and she lost 4 pounds in 3 days, as small as she was.
So I'm starting in the morning.
Good, good. It'd be a great thing to do running up to July the 4th weekend, and then right after July the 4th weekend, hit it hard again. Amazing results from this, and the energy is going to be incredible. Don't overdo your portions because there's a lot of fiber up here, and you know what that means. That means some flatulence from those beans.
Daddy,
I'm gonna do more hemp.
Are hemp hearts or are hemp flakes better? Hemp hearts are better for wellness. Hemp flakes better for weight loss, but they both work for the purpose of what we discussed tonight.
Daddy,
Do I suggest eating twice a day? It depends on the person. It depends on your stick-to-itiveness, your self-discipline, your mental toughness. I don't suggest somebody start like that, but I gravitated to that after 20 years, and I've been doing that now for about 3 years. 2 to 3 meals a day. Brooklyn, were you asking me something?
Yeah, is the hemp heart, is the portion 1 tablespoon or is it 2 tablespoons for hemp hearts and then 3 for hemp flakes? I know you can use more of the hemp flakes, but hemp hearts have always been.
Anywhere from 1 tablespoon up to 3, depending on your desire.
Of both, of either hearts or flakes?
You could mix it up, but I wouldn't go more than 3. So if you wanted a little hemp heart, a little bit of flake, you could do a tablespoon of hemp heart, tablespoon of flake. Where to get hemp flakes? That's a good question. I've only seen them online. We carry them online. We keep very sweet hemp flakes. We keep regular hemp flakes, and we keep hemp hearts. So in our e-store or someone else's e-store.
Free shipping until July 4th.
Yep, free shipping through July the 4th. We've got somebody asking about Cartersville hours next. What are the hours in Cartersville tomorrow? Is 10 to 6, Brooke?
Yeah, we're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 2. We will be closed July 4th, but after July 4th, everything will proceed as normal. And we have classes every Monday at 6 and every Saturday at 10:30 in the morning.
Perfect. D asked, I eat at 7 a.m. and that's it. If you're doing that, D, you should be seeing amazing results. Becky's saying hemp flakes and hemp hearts are out. Is that right, Brooke?
We got a shipment in. Let me go double check.
Any other questions before I go? I'm about to run to another online meeting with our elite club.
Hemp flakes did not, but hemp hearts are in stock.
Hemp hearts are in stock. Could you put those back on the website, Brooke?
Yes, sir.
And can you also let, I'm going to have to go, folks. I see questions rolling in, but I got to go. I'm so sorry.
I can stay and answer them.
I got to turn this off to go to the next class. So
Next class is
once I leave, Brooke, it'll end
Oh, it will.
because I'm the moderator. Yeah. So somebody was wanting. Yeah, I got to go, y'all. I'm so sorry. If you got questions, email me at travisjack777@gmail.com. 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 Email me and I'll get you the answers you're looking for. They have ordered hemp flakes. They should be in any day. Right, Brooke?
That's right.
All right. Bye, y'all. Love you. Have a good one, Cartersville.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in online. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Patricia. See you.